Hello again to all of you, and I'm Professor Madhavi, and I'll be discussing defining entrepreneurship in modern times. If Professor Shiv has spoken about the what, maybe I'll be speaking about the how of it. Defining to some extent has been done, but let's see how we can do it more profoundly and more technologically and more smartly. But before that, I would like to welcome you all again. And really, I think we have to clap for ourselves. I will clap for you. Because you're here today with a vision and a passion. Congratulations for that. So it's your vision and your passion. Naturally, it will be coupled with courage and as the one who wants to rule the world. Yes, Prabhas has said, also will have its own power. Yeah. Entrepreneurship, as the speaker before me has already defined, saying that it's like a chameleon. Yes, of course, entrepreneurship has been evolving and it will continue to do so. Only thing is, it has been changing its avatar. It has been changing its prepositions. Today, it's associated with globalization, technological advancements, and consumer behavior. Very important three concepts. Let's look at them. So, I'll be discussing the modern definition of entrepreneurship, digital entrepreneurship, social entrepreneurship, characteristics of modern entrepreneurship, and the emerging trends in modern entrepreneurship. Yeah, we were discussing the three aspects of globalization, technological advancements, and consumer behavior. How entrepreneurship can be associated, has to be associated with all these three. Of course, we all know the definition of globalization. It is the concept of the entire world is one village, one place. Naturally, we are breaking down all the borders. And in globalization, there are unprecedented, unimaginable opportunities. Naturally, when our area is growing, the demand is also, the consumer base also increases, and that's how we get opportunities. And let me come to the last point. Because of globalization, there is a free flow of goods, services, and information. So this is the scenario, this is the picture where we are in. To become a modern entrepreneur, we'll have to understand these aspects. And of course, we have to be culturally sensitive because we will be catering to culturally diverse people. Now it's no more local. It can be, it should be global. So globalization has to be at the back of our mind because that is where our destiny lies. So what should we do? Adapt. That is the mantra. Adaptation. What do we mean by adapt? Can anybody tell me? What do you mean by adaptation? Adopt ki adapt ki teda undi. Yeah, of course, you have come closer. To adapt something is to follow something, to suit yourself to something, to the changes. Because nothing is permanent in this world except change. Change is the only thing that is, permanent, ironically. So here, we have to be sensitive to cultures, global market demands, and of course, we have competitive pressures. So, the answer lies in innovation, quality, and customer service. I've just taken a small example. Imagine we have started a startup using the SaaS model. All of you know, software as a service. Software as a service. In fact, Professor Shiv has already discussed the importance of business being transformed into service. And a small startup with global customers through digital platform. All this is possible. In a globalized world, this is how the setup looks. This is just one example I have taken. And now, in the changing landscape of entrepreneurship, that is, landscape is the changing scenario, the changing dimensions and dynamics of modern entrepreneurship. Technological advancements are so very important for all of us to understand. Here actually you can have an acronym. You can say A, B, C and I. A of course is for artificial intelligence, B for blockchain, and C for cryptocurrency or cloud computing. In fact, I wanted to add cryptocurrency also. And Internet of Things. Each one is a powerhouse in its own self. Artificial intelligence, a set of processes, a set of technologies being used, and how we know how it's been growing from power to power almost every second. We have language models also through artificial intelligence. So why are we discussing all this? We are trying to become modern entrepreneurs. If we have to become modern entrepreneurs, we have to gain skills, though not in operations, or to some extent in operations, maybe also pondering about, thinking about entrepreneurship in these areas. That is also one angle. There are so many possibilities because we have one participant here who said, is it Akshaya? Akshaya wants to start a firm basing itself on AI, that is artificial intelligence. So cloud computing in very simple definitions, it is nothing but digital storage of data. It has become so easy for entrepreneurs to manage data, to manage their transactions. So this is one area. This is actually one kind of awareness. All of us, words. On and off, we come across these words. But what exactly they are? It is the responsibility of a modern entrepreneur to know, to understand and to apply, so that he or she can proceed in their journeys. Blockchain. Blockchain is something like a digital notebook where, for example, you are trying to store some information. That itself becomes one block there. And as and when you start, as you are trying to save and store, the blocks make a chain by themselves. In very simple terms, I'm trying to explain. Of course, there's a lot of technology behind, and many organizations are taking up blockchain, not only for convenience, but also for cost saving. And Internet of Things, of course, Internet of Things. It is nothing but, smart devices, which are capable of connecting themselves to other devices. You can sit in your office, or maybe you are at your own place of work or study. With your mobile, you can control your AC, your washing machine. You can fix up timings. That is Internet of Things. We are using all of these, but may not be labeling them. Here, I'm only trying to associate you all to these words and to these processes, most of them which we are using. And all these are important to understand because it will definitely help a modern entrepreneur. That is, everything is so technology driven. And what exactly is consumer behavior? So very important. Consumer or the customer, to understand the mind of the customer, to understand the psychology of the customer. Naturally, there are three words here: convenience, personalization, and social responsibility. Yes, customer is the king or the queen. I would like to say queen because, naturally, I have my own reservations. Because I was wondering why only moms have to shout for salt. Why not dads from the kitchen, as the speaker before me had discussed. So coming back to customers, the convenience, they want convenience. They want something to be user-friendly. They want the delivery to be fast. And they want quick solutions. So all these things have to be kept in mind by a modern entrepreneur. And what about personalization? So very important. Uniqueness has taken its place today. Uniqueness is something, everybody wants to be special. Everybody wants to pronounce themselves. It is a word of presentations. Everybody wants to present themselves. So to present themselves, they have their own needs and demands. To understand that also is the duty of a modern entrepreneur. Trying to look into the consumer choices. What are their unique choices? And how can we walk towards them? And social responsibility, yes. Many consumers want ethical goods, sustainable goods. Ethical and sustainable, that is, those products that have a promise in them for the future, not only for the present, but also for the future. Some things that don't harm planet Earth. So all these things are taken into consideration, have to be taken into consideration by a modern entrepreneur. And look at the examples. Streaming services, we happily watch. Thank you, in fact. it's a Sunday challenge for all of us here. You have come, leaving back your Netflixes and Amazons. Maybe you had planned for some movie. The latest Devara is out, I think, day before yesterday. Must have already watched it. So this is the convenience, the streaming services, Netflix, Amazon Prime, and so many more. And of course, SaaS, which we have just discussed. And of course, the very, 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 familiar things like Microsoft Word, Excel, etc. And services, we have fitness, you have a Healthify app. All these have followed those examples which we have just discussed. What have we earlier discussed? Convenience, personalization, and social responsibility. And for education, we have Mindhost Plus, special apps. E-commerce, we have Amazon, Swiggy. Yeah. What exactly is digital entrepreneurship? How does it define itself? It's all here. Online presence, as we have just discussed. Everybody wants strong visibility on the web. So online presence is so very important, and that's where you have the social media and all the marketing strategies associated. Everybody wants visuals. They want to see, and we have to make our online presence strong. And data-driven decisions through analytics. Even on YouTube, you have these analytics. What does analytics do? Analytics is a fast-happening field where you have the data related to consumers, their preferences and their needs. It is so very important for us to understand that there's something called analytics. And it is so very important to establish this analytics in our organizations or in our thought processes before we begin, to understand consumer preferences and their ideas so that we can tailor our products or services accordingly. And scalability. With digital tools, it is so easy to scale. Scalability in simple terms can be defined as expansions. Expanding through digital tools is also quite simple. This is where technology helps us. And of course, innovation. This we cannot escape. We have to continuously innovate to make our presence felt. It's not that we have innovated today and yes, my product is running. But even before, a week passes, you find somebody else coming up. So that's when, when we were talking about power earlier. It is our innovation or our continuous innovation that can bring power and make us more powerful. So a digital entrepreneur will have focus on all these aspects. And the examples here, of course, Amazon, A to Z, that's what their logo says. It has an arrow mark beginning from A to Z. A to Z, everything. In fact, it began with just books, I remember. But now it has everything. You get everything through Amazon. And content creation, of course, YouTube, the power of the video. People want to be seen, people want to be noticed. You can make an omelette well, come on, show yourself. Look at the likes and look at all the comments. And everybody wants to become famous in their own way. So that is also content creation, and whoever does it well, excels or overpowers. The power of the video, and also most importantly, reaching global audience. The simplest way these days is put it in your YouTube and you are there. Within seconds you're traveling around the world. Though not you're virtually traveling around the world. And definitely, it's giving us a chance to create careers, our own pathways. And app development, Airbnb. Very interesting. A group of 4 people came together and realized the need for accommodation for tourists. They took a risk. They tried to let out their houses to tourists for accommodation. And slowly the idea caught on, and today it is a globally booming company for hospitality and accommodation, Airbnb. So look at the diversification, and all this is possible through technology. And that is why I said app development. And what are the benefits of digital entrepreneurship? And what do we mean by digital? What do we mean by digital? Yes, technological, computerized, and self-extending definition. So minimum capital required, global reach as we have just discussed, and very cost effective when it comes to marketing, social media and digital marketing. Of course, there are challenges. Even here there are challenges. There may be obstacles in terms of data privacy, that is where your information may not have the required protection, and of course competition is always there, and competition is always a boon, it is not a bane. The more people are trying to compete, or the more you find competitors, the more the spark in you to innovate and move ahead. So think out of the box. Thinking out of the box is the key.
Ma'am, you are not visible to the live audience. You are going to the corner where there is no illumination.
Shall I stand here, sir?
You can stand this side, no problem. Yeah. You
Yeah, is it okay?
can keep moving.
Yeah, no problem.
Because you have a corner.
Yeah, of course. Can anybody describe what social entrepreneurship is? Professor Shiv Prasad had already mentioned this. Can you tell me what social entrepreneurship is? Yes? Any? Sir?
Contributing for the well-being of the social.
Exactly. Also contributing. If we just contribute, it becomes charity. But with a profit motive, of course, because every entrepreneur, once you become an entrepreneur, there is always a profit motive. As we have just heard, Dabba Verkichedu ani. Yes, sir. Mr. Venu has hit on the nail. Yes, definitely, it's contributing to the social welfare. All entrepreneurs cannot be social entrepreneurs. Only a socially conscious, somebody who wants to contribute to the welfare of the society, needs of the society, protection of the society can become a social entrepreneur. Yes, societal changes alongside achieving financial objectives and sustainable models. What do we mean by sustainability? We keep listening to this word often, sustainable products. What exactly do we mean? Sustainable means, yes, we get money, of course that's so very important for us and for the nation, protecting our society and also protecting the future, protecting Mother Earth. There are so many things that go into it that can make a product sustainable. And here, pollution, not only physical but also mental. Somehow I believe, and when we say environmental protection, it is not just the physical environment, but also our mental mindsets, which are getting corrupted so easily. So even that protection is important. When somebody is offering a service, let it be free of these things, where even minds are protected, especially those of youth. And then innovative solutions, again and again, we cannot escape being creative, thinking out of the box, trying to get something new out of what we have. And finally, engagement with the community is nothing but the society. So these are the aspects that go into social entrepreneurship. And the examples here are, charity is the name of an organization which actually provides water to the deprived areas in developing countries. Not that they're doing it without profit. They do have their profit, but they are also helping the society. That is what makes them social entrepreneurs. Pratham focuses on quality education, especially to children in rural India. What a great service. They really deserve appreciation. And M Pharma, again a social entrepreneur who is providing low-cost medicines. Of course, we have society, innovation, and what could be the challenges in social entrepreneurship? Definitely funding constraints, restrictions about funding. Naturally, people are not very eager to come forward when they are looking at these kind of rewards, not just cash, but also kind. So it's very difficult to convince people. They may have funding constraints, and again the same thing, balancing vision and profit. Vision is to get some money and help society. What about profit? That also has to be taken into consideration. But still, yeah, it is being made possible by so many of them. Now, the next part is the characteristics of modern entrepreneurs. What characterizes modern entrepreneurs? So, the first one is innovative thinking, as we have already discussed. And here, identifying opportunities is identifying the market gaps. The gap in the market. You have one thing, you need or you wish to have another thing. How can you bridge the gap? That is, and once you start bridging the gap, you are thinking about producing something. And that is how you are growing. And that is how you try to innovate. You try to think more. And we try to think out of the box also. Creative solutions, that is inventive strategies to tackle persistent issues. We look at the examples. First one is filling the market gaps. The second one is trying to have creative solutions. And then disruptive ideas somehow. In fact, I am a professor of English, so words interest me. I love words. So when we talk about disruption is actually a negative word. For a long time, you don't disrupt. Disruption somehow. Disruption of traffic and disruption of a negative meaning actually. Kani, words also change. They have their own amelioration and they have their own deterioration. Here it has been ameliorated. The very word disruption means you disrupt the existing flow, an existing idea of business. There are so many examples which we will come to. As somebody had mentioned, Elon Musk, he has disrupted the very thinking of the transportation system in the world. When people are trying to move their steerings, he is steering himself, moving ahead with driverless cars, EVs and so on. That way he has made giant steps in so many other areas which we'll discuss. So this is disruption. Everything was going well with buses and cars. Okay. They were taxis. But now suddenly you have Ola, you have Uber, you have so many more. This is disruption. Disrupting something is improving the existing flow or cutting the flow to invent something new. And finally here, again, offering a service. So this is one of the most important aspects of modern entrepreneurship. How to cut the flow. How to be different. How to make yourself unique. Sir?
The latest disruption of Elon Musk is his patent on water engine has been approved. And his first water motor car
yes, sir. Yes.
road.
Yeah.
And by 2030, the whole of America will be filled with water engine vehicles.
That's great, really.
Not even driverless vehicles.
Truly disruptive, very disruptive, and so very innovative. And definitely we need continuous improvement, but of course committed to excellence and values. You cannot escape the value system. So here we have examples. Ola Cabs, Bhavish Agarwal. He has disrupted, as I had discussed, the app-based cab services, Zerodha, brokerage industry, that is the stock market, for equity investments. He has made things easy and also very cost effective. And of course, Tesla, Elon Musk. Salute to this. Yeah. Salute to this slide. Yeah. Salute to this great pioneer. Not as sir has just.
Visible on the YouTube.
Where should I be, sir?
In the center, somewhere.
The light
walking
is
in the center. Yeah. Yeah.
This is disruptive in the actual negative sense.
Okay. You can stand a little diagonally at 45 degrees.
Okay,
I am
sir.
a physics teacher.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you for.
Practical example.
I know exactly. Truly, he's executing. Yes. So Tesla, of course, salute to this pioneer. I was saying, I want to repeat it. Not just water, filled vehicles, not just EVs, but also space technologies. We have SpaceX, and now he's trying to send us all to Mars and Moon. Just imagine. Now we will all become. Where are you going? Holiday destination. Oh, we are planning to go to the Mars. Maybe maybe a very normal statement very soon. Thanks to one man's dream and vision and his courage and his readiness to take risks.
Sorry to disturb.
Sir.
చందమామ రాలేదు.
అవునండి బాగుంది కదా ఎస్ వేణు గారు సేస్ చందమామ రావే అని పాడేవాళ్ళము ఇప్పుడు చందమామ నేను వచ్చేస్తున్నాను అని పాడాలి అంటున్నారు రియల్లీ దట్స్ అ నైస్ వన్ సో ద నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఇస్ రిస్క్ టేకింగ్ ఇట్ హ్యాస్ టు బి దేర్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ దట్ వీ డూ హ్యాస్ అ రిస్క్ and the person who conquers it becomes an entrepreneur. But of course we have to take calculated risks where you try to weigh your profits and where you try to understand what could be the losses. That's where you draw a balance and move ahead. And also uncertainty is always there because nobody knows what tomorrow is. Nobody knows what the next 5th minute could be. So life itself is so uncertain. But embracing uncertainty, embracing is accepting uncertainty. How do we do it? Trying to encounter the unexpected. anticipate the unexpected and move ahead and plan accordingly. Market analysis and learning from failure. Very, very important. How do we learn from failure? How do we learn from failure? Can anybody tell me? Have you learned from failure? Any examples? Okay, we'll postpone it for the activity. No problem. Yeah. Look at the risk-taking examples. These are the people who have taken risks. Flipkart, the e-commerce organization site. When things were very, not very well known to India, Flipkart began its e-commerce operations, and today it's booming. And we have Vijay Shekhar Sharma's Paytm. Today, I'm proud to say, all of us are proud to say, in India, you go to a banana seller, you need not remove your wallet. All you need to do is pay. That's it. All you need to do is pick up your mobile and that's it. Focus on the QR code. Digital payments and Airbnb. We are talking about risk taking. No sense. It's getting off by itself. And Airbnb, as I said, is it not risk? Just imagine trying to rent out your space to strangers. They are tourists, of course, you're trying to do a business, but you're renting out your apartment for strangers who have come as tourists. That is risk taking, but of course, they have been successful as modern entrepreneurs. Characteristics of modern entrepreneurs. The third one is resilience, as sir has already spoken. And I don't know why he very specially said, he asked me to elaborate on resilience. Actually, if you look at all the four here, are they physical or are they abstract? The concepts are all abstract. It is from within that we have to develop these characteristics. And it is not just for modern entrepreneurs. Anybody, any entrepreneur need to do this. Be it social entrepreneur or a digital entrepreneur. Bouncing back, that is when there are failures, we should have the courage to do so, to bounce back, to come back into action. And adaptability, as I just said, readiness to change. We have to change ourselves. We look at examples, how they have adapted themselves. Actually, the best example is Corona. There were so many, small and medium-sized enterprises that went off the road because of the dreadful pandemic. But what did they do? They started selling masks. They started selling PPEs, personal, protective equipment. That's it. Change, adapt, but they stuck on. That is where, their bravery, their courage and their resilience shows itself. Persistence, unwavering efforts. Never say die. Never say die philosophy for, anybody who's trying to have a business. And problems, can you hear me like this? Problem solving, this is also very, very important for innovation and improvement. Here, the resilience examples, really. Kiran Mazumdar Shaw, around 70s, she was a biotechnology student. She started her firm, Biocon, which specializes in medicines and all the aspects of medical research, all the objects or articles or whatever related to medical research. It just went down and there were no takers. Nobody was ready to accept her. And of course, she also has this in 70s and 80s, still liberation of women. That was so very, even today it is important, but it was all the more important those days. But she fought and now she stands as a leading entrepreneur in, medicines and medical research. And SMEs, as I was just telling you, the small and medium-sized businesses, how they try to transform themselves. And J.K. Rowling. How many of you read? Thank you. At least I have two from the group. Please do. Reading is so very important, and I'm sure you know J.K. Rowling, the author. She tried to sell her Harry Potter series. There were no takers at all. They said, who would look at this? Who would look at magic and magicians and spirits and ghosts? But she stuck to her guns. She tried to be persistent, and now, she, like, millions of readers worldwide, and a powerful example of persistence. Networking, as we had just discussed. What is networking? Nothing but getting connected. So very important. So very important to connect, to discuss, to exchange, to share. So that's what happens for building connections so that you can connect yourself with peers, your equals, your mentors, and collaboration. In fact, networking is a catalyst where the catalyst remains the same but brings so many, think tanks, thought leaders, everybody, every profession. And growth opportunities through networking are so much. And of course, the support system. It also acts as a support system. You know what? Through networking, we also get emotional support. Many people say that, I was doing well in my business, but suddenly I started encountering failures. I met one of so-and-so through LinkedIn or through something else. And it gave me so much hope. What was happening? It is something, beyond technology. It is a human-to-human connection. A human can give you so much hope. Of course, we are talking about technology, but you cannot escape the human. Even when Sir spoke about drones, he was still speaking about a person sitting in an office trying to move the mouse. So nothing is beyond human capacity. And AI cannot be more than I. Networking examples, we have Startup India, connecting entrepreneurs, and OYO, all of us know OYO's global expansion today, and LinkedIn, a perfect platform to share ideas and to share knowledge, network knowledge. And here, now after these characteristics that we have discussed, we come to the emerging trends in modern entrepreneurship. Sustainability, as I have already told you, not just money, but protection of Mother Earth, our planet, and also the society. So eco-friendly practices, environmentally responsible, making responsible decisions and operations. And consumer demand is there. Let us understand, if somebody wants to become a social entrepreneur, let us understand that they have to follow eco-friendly. Eco-friendly, what do we mean by eco-friendly? Environmentally friendly. Something that doesn't affect the nature of the mind and the nature of the planet, of the place that we live in. And innovative solutions are possible because you have the leverage of technology. We have technology. One of our best friends can be one of our worst enemies. So we will have to know the delicate. Sir.
Now, according to the international agreement of the European Union, no company without submitting a plan of compliance of circular economy will be given permission.
Exactly, sir.
Okay. So even in India, very soon the central government
laws
is implementing. If you want to launch a startup in the form of an industry, unless and until you show the circular economy cycle,
exactly.
we will not permit.
I'm just coming to that. The most important part is. Thank you, Mr. Vamshi. The most important aspect is circular economy, as Sir has just mentioned. It's not just take, make, and dispose. Those days are gone now. Now we have to come to reuse, recycle, and regenerate. That loop has been left, and now we have to loop it up. In fact, that gap has been left, and we have to loop it up. So any social entrepreneur has to consider all these aspects. And it is so very important to be socially, environmentally conscious so that there will be waste reduction and we'll be protecting Mother Earth. Green, and a very beautiful name it has, green entrepreneurship. Green is always a symbol of, nature, freshness and prosperity. So here you have Selco Solar Light, great people. They are trying to provide solar energy to rural communities throughout India. And Bakery's edible cutlery, this is very interesting. This is Hamara Hyderabad mein hai. It is in our Hyderabad where you can go, you can have your noodles and also eat up the spoons and forks. The spoons and forks are made up of edible products like grains. There's some sweetener added to it. And finally, you after polishing off your noodles or whatever, you can also polish off the cutlery. You can also eat up, not just the noodles but also the plate. So this is social entrepreneurship. Salute to this organization who concentrates on the menstrual hygiene of women. Once upon a time, it was a taboo to talk about periods. But not anymore. It shouldn't be. I'm so thankful. I'm so glad that it isn't. And these are those organizations that help women undergoing periods, of course. How? What are they doing? They are providing washable cloth sanitary pads that are both, very practical and also environmentally friendly. So change is happening on so many fronts. This is disruptive. We were talking about disruptive, disrupting the flow. And the next one is gig economy. Does anybody know the meaning of gig? What's a gig? Gig is actually, it's a vocabulary taken from the music field, music domain. Gig is actually a live performance. I have a gig this evening, or I have a gig to attend tomorrow. Somebody who gives a live performance. But today, in entrepreneurship, gig means a freelancer. Who's a freelancer? Somebody who's not bound by a routine job. A freelancer, independent, eager to make his or her presence felt, all by himself or herself, and trying to make a passive second income. That is why gig economy is actually growing from strength to strength. And here, what are if you look at it, yes, flexible work you have, dynamic work lifestyle with project-based and freelance roles. You have even, you have high-level officers also working as Rapido drivers in their free time. Why not? If they want to make a second income, there is always a possibility. And they become gigs and they are part of gig economy. And the digital platforms, of course, digital platforms are giving new job avenues. And we have to understand that this is an emerging trend, and we can be conscious of the digital platforms where they bridge freelancers with the world. And of course, gig economy has diverse opportunities, not just one. Everything Rapido, Swiggy, Zomato, every day at our doorstep. Every alternate house gets somebody or the other. The doorbell is ringing from gigs. And entrepreneurial spirit. Yes, of course, and look at the beautiful word there, micro-entrepreneurship. It's not macro. Micro is, very small, but so big in its own self. Because there, the gig is the hero or the heroine. So this is the speciality of gig economy, where it gives individual autonomy. It's a kind of an autonomy. And where it is all centric only on that person. And that person can operate in his or her way. And the examples, Ola, Uber, urban company. You want a beautician? You can get it. Use the app. You want a plumber? You can get one. Want an electrician? You have urban clap called Urban Clap. Freelancer, you get free creative content. But of course now somehow I feel freelancer has to go down thanks to AI and ChatGPT. You put whatever you want and everything or more than you want comes out. So, that is again AI. So content creation has actually gone down these days. And then, of course, blockchain and cryptocurrency. We'd already discussed blockchain. As I told you, blockchain is where you store your data. It's something like a digital notebook. And what are the advantages of blockchain? These are all the emerging trends. These are all the happening things in today's, entrepreneurship. Transparent, immutable, nobody can copy what you have put. And there's a secure method for record keeping. All these tasks any organization has to face, and blockchain is there to help. Here we are looking at how technology can help an entrepreneur. Cryptocurrencies, very interesting. Digital or virtual money, not connected to any bank or government. So secure, so valuable. So cryptocurrency is actually slowly making its way. Maybe, it's not yet empowering the society as such, but yes, it's showing its power on and off. Smart contracts, yes. No need to depend on banks and notaries. You have a way to establish your contracts, and you have cross-industry applications. Blockchain technology is transforming diverse sectors. What we have to understand here is, through blockchain and cryptocurrency, also, because of these trends and technologies, entrepreneurs can gain so much. And the examples are WazirX, Zebidata, and Oxysys Group. And of course, artificial intelligence and automation, as we had already discussed, for enhanced efficiency and data. How can we enhance efficiency through AI? How can we enhance efficiency through AI? Can anybody tell me?
Giving the correct prompt to it.
Giving the correct prompt to it and getting the right solutions or output, where human error is minimized. And data analysis, of course, you give raw information, but you want some concrete outcome to know exactly the audience's preferences in one particular domain of the city. Try to give it, and you get back something on which you can work. So things have become so easy. You need not send your people around to collect data. There are tools that can help you. And personalization, of course, AI, again, taking the help of AI to know the preferences of people so that you can personalize, customize according to the individual tastes. And innovation, of course, we cannot escape innovation, fostering development. We have Haptic, we have Nikki AI and Grey Orange. These are the organizations that have been making use of all this AI and automation. Communicative platform in terms of chat bots, and Nikki AI revolutionizing or changing dynamically the online shopping experiences, and Grey Orange in warehouse automation, warehouse storage. And here, yes, the future of entrepreneurship, if you actually look at it, again, adaptability, balancing profit and loss, continuous learning, and global perspective. All very important to become, an entrepreneur in the modern world. We have to adapt ourselves and also trying to understand how to balance profits and purpose, not losses. Profit and purpose. Talking about social entrepreneurship there. And of course, continuous learning, nobody can stop that. And to keep our eyes wide open to understand the global needs of people. And it's all about making a difference. If you look at it, I've actually tried to put that beautiful photograph there. Somehow I like it. A flower trying to break itself free from that rocky terrain there. Yeah, we can. Nothing is really impossible. Even in impossible, you have I am possible in the spelling if you observe. So, and what is the most important thing for us to exist and survive? What is the most important thing for us to exist and survive? You have it right in front of you. You cannot escape oxygen, you cannot escape air. And remember air, A for adaptability, I for innovation, and R for resilience. This is the oxygen required for entrepreneurship to thrive, not just to exist, but to live and thrive. And it's all about making a difference, definitely. Everything that we do, we are trying to make a difference. Whatever we do, maybe, we have students here, even, of course, these days, record writing has a different story for itself. One person writes and you have, copy pastes of that. But, yes or no? Am I right? Yes, I know. So, but when you genuinely want to present yourself, we are trying to make a difference. This reminds me of an anecdote. There was once an old man walking on the beach, and he was and there was also a young girl observing him. This old man was trying to bend and pick up something from the beach and putting it into the sea. He bends, he picks up something and puts it into the sea. Bends and picks up something and puts it into the sea. This girl is really, she's wondering what exactly he's doing. So she walks up to him and asks him, "May I please know what exactly you're doing? What is it?" Then he says, "See, actually, small little fish, when I come for a walk here, I observe the waves bringing small little fish along with them. I'm trying to pick up those little fish and putting them back into the sea, so that they will live. Otherwise, they will die here." So he says, the young girl says, "Why should you do all this? Does it really make a difference? దానివల్ల పెద్ద లాభం ఉంటుందా? వచ్చిన ప్రతి చేపని నేను సముద్రంలో మీరు వేస్తూ ఉంటే." Then he picks up, again he bends down and picks up another small little fish that came with the wave. He says, "I can make a difference for this. This fish will live," and he throws it into the sea. So I think life is all about making a difference. And even small efforts can carry a lot of profound meaning. Thank you so much. And I have an activity for you all. Quickly, please. Please, I request anybody there to give some sheets of paper. I need paper. I'll give you 5 minutes for it. Let's see how you will work on it. So we have what I hope I could give you a little understanding about digital entrepreneurship, social entrepreneurship, the emerging trends and characteristics of modern entrepreneurs. Sir, I don't need it. I don't need this PPT. Thank you. I don't need it, sir. And one more thing I wanted to tell you, when sir asked you about social issues, somehow, I don't know if anybody has come close to this, nobody spoke about saving earth, nobody spoke about environmental concerns. So very important for all of us and for children to live in a beautiful world. So somehow I thought I wrote it down. And I really appreciate those, that group who discussed drugs and youth counseling and social discrimination, of course. Wonderful ideas. And they come so close to social entrepreneurship. We have just discussed profit with meaning. Yeah, so now I'll give you 5 minutes time. I want you to choose a product. Choose a product, name it and give a caption. It depends, the caption should depend on the product that you choose. Choose a product, name a product and give a caption. How do you sell the product? Sir, మీరు ఆలోచించట్లేదా? You have your friends, right? Yeah. The caption is important for you to think. If you become an entrepreneur and you have a product, how can you put yourself, your philosophy into words? Your product, ఆలోచించట్లేదా? రాసారా? Okay, great. You have competition here. Write your names, please. Sir, we're not joining any group. పర్వాలేదు మీరు రాసారా? రాయండి ఏదైనా ప్రోడక్ట్ దానికి ఒక పేరు పెట్టండి, దానికి ఒక క్యాప్షన్ ఇవ్వండి, తెలుగులో అయినా పర్వాలేదు. గివ్ అ క్యాప్షన్. మామూలుగా హౌ డు యూ సెల్ యువర్ ప్రోడక్ట్? క్యాప్షన్స్ కూడా చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ కదా. అమెజాన్ అని పెట్టి A to Z అని పెట్టాడు ఒక యారో, ఇట్ మీన్స్ సంథింగ్ కదా. అలా క్యాప్షన్ మీరు ఏదైనా ఇవ్వండి. థింక్ లైక్ అన్ ఆంటర్ప్రెనర్. ఇక్కడ కూర్చోండి సార్, మరి చాలా లాస్ట్ లో కూర్చున్నాను. వాట్స్ యువర్ నేమ్ సార్?
Ramesh.
రండి, sit here, sir.
Product is the pen which is having a inbuilt sensor in it, and the caption for the product is "Think without ink."
Oh wow, think without ink. Nice. Think without ink.
How I will introduce.
Huh? Oh, has introduced? Will introduce.
I will introduce
Oh, I thought you said.
with a pencil. Direct.
Okay.
If you write 5 into 2, it will give answer directly.
Okay. So think without lead. To lead. Yeah, Pranita. Nice picture we have. Let's refresh. She says she wants to sell natural freshness for fresheners for cars. And let's refresh. Let's be comfortable. And then Akshaya says a sleek water bottle. Caption is hydration just got in style. Sip in style wherever you go. Sleek water bottle. And then we have smartwatch. Bhagyalakshmi says your life in a glance. Water bottle, hydration just got in style. Sip in style wherever you go. Sip in style wherever you go. That's the,
Sip in style.
Yeah.
Wherever you go. Okay.
your life in a glance, she says. Who? Bhagyalakshmi. For a smartwatch. Wireless earbuds, Sri Valli. Your ears deserve crystal clear voice. And Ananya, organic skincare product. Caption, glow naturally. Organic, okay, good. And here we have hazelnut chocolate. You're making us feel hungry now. Hazelnut chocolate, energizing, boost energy. Oh, boost energy as soon as possible. ASAP. ASAP. This is Mrs. Uma. No, was this you? Oh, that's what she's trying to hint. It's time for lunch. Yes. Here, this is Karuna Kumar. He says a hospital about health. Live with happy health, creating a healthy environment in the society and family. And he also has another earth food. Foodies for you with love. Everybody's thinking of food now, my God. I understand. Even I am actually. Mr. Naresh says event management. KIT, events management system. Title is event management system. And we have Sumedha, classical music. Old is gold. Beautiful. Helps in acquiring peace to mind. May help in therapy. And Green Maxi, plant future greenery. This is Navya's. She says maps beautifully drawn there. K to K, Yatra, Kashmir to Kanyakumari. En route your BEUT. En route your best. Okay, with us. So she says K to K, Kashmir to Kanyakumari. That's her caption. This is Harini. Mrs. Harini says, Kartikeya, her art institute, finance enhances the human brain power. Of course it does. And we have Prabhas, who wants to rule the world, also the market also. No, that's nice actually. Good. We need ambition. That's what we are saying. Turn ambition into reality. So eradicating beggars and educating them. That is the product. That is your concept. Okay. Name is Beggar Helping Hands. Okay. Description is creating opportunities for them physically and mentally and making them a part of a beautiful society. And the caption is, the world is our home. Very nice. Let's clap for everyone. They have come up with so many. In 5 minutes, we could create so many products, at least on paper. And I wish all of you all the best and wish and hope that you will walk in this path. Thank you so much. Let's disperse for lunch. Not yet. Okay.